fucking mixer on.
Yeah,
Sometimes it helps to turn the mixer on, Joe.
It does. That's in the showbiz. That's rule number one.
In the podcast community, rule number one is turn the fucking mixer on. I thought it was turn the computer on.
Yeah, well, what's the fucking movie? I'm trying to think of the movie. He's talking. He's like, rule number one, camera's always on.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, he's like, always fucking filming.
Is it falling down on you?
Sorry, this works.
That has never happened before. You look so lazy, laid out like a buffet over there.
You got any Blue Chew for this, baby? Get this motherfucker.
Don't. It's got to be that wire. Take that wire and drape it on over the other side.
This one?
Yeah.
Drape it on the.
No, I was gonna say bring it up here. Can you stretch out?
It's tight over here. It's tight like a tiger. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
That has not happened before.
Maybe because I was fucking with shit.
I got a pretty good track record of people being in the studio now, which is exciting.
Dude, that's fun. I like that a lot more, dude. It's a lot more. You just get a better vibe, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Is this better?
Oh,
Is this
yeah.
Good? Can you see me?
Yeah. It's just going to get your side profile anyway. I got to upgrade the fucking camera situation in here.
Yeah.
It's not good.
See, that's the thing is when you try to I'm gonna be for serious thing, and then you go $700 for another camera. Then
I want to upgrade this. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I do, but I don't. Like I have cell phones. I have the camcorder. I have a GoPro. I have an Insta360.
You like that Insta360?
So far, this is gonna be my first season with it.
Mixed reviews on it right now. I don't own one, but
Mixed reviews from other people.
no,
Oh.
just my personally what I want. I get the concept is fucking amazing, dude. All the way around you for that B-roll, perfect. You tell the story perfectly. But if I want like in depth, like serious one, I don't know. I think my GoPro would do a little bit better.
I agree with you 100%. So for me, we were just discussing this. Just also, I'm not going to do a formal introduction. I'll do it later. This is just going to be we're recording.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Keep the racism to a bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
What do you think bare minimum means?
So if I think it probably started from like clothing.
Like a bear pelt?
Because you would be bare naked.
Oh.
Completely nude.
I thought it'd be like, like a buck was why it was the dollar amount was for a buck skin, right?
I did not know that.
Yes, that's what the going rate of a buck skin. That's why it was called a buck. The bare minimum. I wonder if that was from a bear pelt, and they go, "That's the bare minimum." Bare minimum is whatever that money amount.
Man,
I don't know. We could Google it, but I like the mystery.
I like the mystery as well. Maybe one day when we upgrade to having a producer, the producer can be in the background behind a plexiglass thing so you don't hear him typing. He could look it up and give us the answer while we are talking.
Jamie, in a sense?
A Jamie, in a sense, yeah.
That would be pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're at that level yet.
So when my brother and I did Hot Butter, I had a friend who I just told you about, Nate, who has disappeared. Nate always said, "I'll be your producer." Where you at now, Nate?
Nah.
Nobody knows.
He's not a milk carton right now.
We've called you and texted you and you don't answer us. I highly doubt that you're listening to this. But if you're listening to this, what the fuck, man?
Damn.
It's starting to get frustrating. I feel bad for you. I just feel bad.
Yeah.
Taking a turn.
He's from Florida, right? So.
No, he's from here.
Oh. Well, I thought you lived in Florida.
I think he's in Florida.
Oh. He's on the run or something?
No,
that's where you go.
I think that's where his mom was, and I think he just went down there to kind of stay there. I mean, that's what his brother was telling me.
That's what you do when you're on the run.
You're on the run, you go down to the Everglades.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, go hang out with the people that catch boa constrictors for a living.
Yeah.
Would you do that for a living?
I don't like. I mean,
if they paid you, like money wasn't an option, like you getting paid good.
I've always said my two bugaboos are bear traps and sex with old ladies for money. Those are my two bugaboos. Boa constrictors and pythons are not on that list. So for money, I could probably do it.
Dude, snakes, no go.
My last 3 times in the woods, I've seen snakes.
Dude, danger noodles.
The good news. So I was just watching Ryan Glitsky in the woods the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he stepped on, but didn't get, excuse me, did not get bit by a rattlesnake.
Oh,
did you see that?
I did not see that. Dude, instant heart attack. You know like that feeling? You know that feeling when you get like ants or something on you? Or like you get a bug on you? Like your whole like...
For the rest of the day.
Yeah, you're like, they're on me.
For the rest of the day, I'll feel like it.
I'd be like, I'm bit. Like, body would go like... You ever heard that dude that like froze to death in a freezer that was like 50 degrees or something like that?
No.
Yeah. He like froze to death because like psychologically he thought he was going to freeze to death, but the cooler was at like 40, 50 degrees.
What?
Yeah.
Where was this at?
I don't know. Don't fact check me, but that's what I swear this is a thing. But I think that would just go through my head. I'd be like, I was bit, I'm dead. And my body's just like shock and die.
and then they'll be doing like an autopsy on you. They're like, there's no puncture wounds on this man at all.
Yeah.
This is very bizarre. Why did he take his underpants off?
Yeah, why is he?
He's completely nude, and he put his underwear on his head.
There's a hickey in this one spot. Do you think that actually works? That doesn't work, does it? It just helps
sucking the poison out?
Yeah. Because there's like them venom suck kits or whatever that like you suck it. It looks like a de-choker.
Is that what it's called? Suck it?
Yeah. I don't know if I can quote that.
I got a book of really good ideas. There's some bad ones in there, but I also got a book of really
it's
good
already
ideas.
out there, so they're definitely...
Suck it?
Yeah, like bop it.
It's really... Are you telling me there is a thing called suck it?
No. The device is actually out there that... It's just like a little suction thing. You basically is a syringe with like a round cup on there, and you just go like this, and it
pulls the venom out.
It helps it slow the venom down. But yeah.
So listen... I've got $10,000 today that I will put towards another comparable product for pulling snake venom out, and we're going to call it Suck It.
Yeah.
Are you in? Do you have a logo guy?
I have a logo guy.
All right.
I have a guy. So
I guess I should probably, at the very minimum, I wrote down Suck It because I'm not fucking joking, okay? So at the very minimum, I'm going to say, I am Brett of Angel Road Outdoors, and I'm joined today in studio with...
Joe Davis
of
Generations of the Hunt.
Nice of you to join me today, Joe.
What's up? What's going on?
We're going to do a collaboration today. We're going to do a 2-part podcast. We both wanted to record a podcast with each other, and I think it's going to work out very nicely.
Yeah, dude.
A little bit of BS, a little bit of serious discussion today.
We're all serious, no BS.
We were all serious before we hit record.
Yeah.
And then we just had the second most incredible invention of all time.
Yeah.
Suck It. Do you ever watch The Office?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, what the fuck was what was the CFO's name that got let go? David. Anyway.
David Cross, isn't it?
I don't remember, but he had invented a thing to clean up kids' toys called Suck It, and then he ended up selling the patent to the U.S. Army and getting rich off of it. So, I'm telling you, there is an opportunity here. Snake venom removal kit called Suck It. I know they make chaps.
Yeah, the chaps with boots and all that.
But they seem cumbersome and hot.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is this like it's kind of like a gun. You don't really need it until you
need it. Yeah.
So, I ain't gonna put my chaps on. I don't know.
Did you have snake chaps?
I have snake boots.
Snake boots?
Dude, I hate snakes.
I do too.
I just hate them.
All snakes?
Dude, it doesn't matter. Any snakes. Garden snake. I do have one. I don't know if this is a good story for the podcast, but I do have this one snake that lives underneath my porch at my house. His name is Pete. I don't know why I haven't killed him yet, but I've had a huge amount of opportunities. I hate snakes more than anything, but he just lives underneath my my porch, and I just let him live his life. But other than that, because they're like, what is it? Yellow and red. You're Wait, no. Yellow and black, you're okay, Jack. Yellow and red, you're a dead fellow. Like the belly color.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, I have time to check this snake. No.
Can you roll over, Peter?
Yeah.
I need to check your belly.
Oh, it bit me again? Oh, sweet.
I, too, hate snakes more than anything, but we have one that lives over by the fire pit in those rocks, and I picked it up the other day. I've actually picked 2 up in this yard.
Is it a garden?
It's a garter snake.
See, for the longest time, to think about this, I call them a gardener snake.
Yeah.
Like a garden snake.
Yeah.
But
I thought that's what it was for a long time.
I know. I feel like an idiot. But, and then what's the other one? Blue racers or whatever?
So I haven't seen anything else here other than a garter snake. In Florida, we had black racers.
Oh, my God.
A lot of them.
Nah.
And I just saw one the other day in Ohio. I had gone, like, I had done my work. I was going to stop somewhere on my way home, and I was going to go as far as I could go. I'd brought my fucking waders. I was going to cross the river. Like, I was committed. 20 feet in on the trail, there's like a 4-foot black racer on the trail, and I literally turned around and goes, fuck it, I'm going home. Like I was so ready to cross a river. I was that committed, and a fucking snake derailed me.
Yeah.
And I told myself, don't be a pussy. You came here for a reason. Make the snake. That snake's not going to wrap around your leg and cut off your circulation and kill you. Make it move and then go do what you were going to do. And I overcame.
No. I don't know if I would make it move, but a large stick would happen to fall.
Do you not carry anything with you?
What do you mean, like gun-wise?
No, like, you know how they make hiking sticks?
Like a trekking pole?
Yeah, like track poles, I guess.
I think I've had it. I never even brought one out west, so.
So I have 2 sticks in the back of my truck. Both of them are for this. But the main reason that I got it was I hate face first through spider webs too.
Oh, a spider stick?
I don't mind spiders, but I don't like them. I don't like the webs in my face. And I feel like this time of year, man, they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, I imagine it's really bad down in like Ohio. I start getting more south, like all that.
Yeah.
I got a buddy that lives down in Tennessee and stuff, and he's like talking. Like one time he was FaceTiming me, and he's just going through the woods like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, dude, I'm just walking through the woods. It looks like he's playing Harry Potter with a wand, dude, and just like knocking spiders down. I'm like, oh. But,
yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about, man?
Well, man, I just been kind of like, I don't know if people have noticed from my side, maybe my side, there's a creative difference that I'm struggling to get over with. And
a creativity roadblock, if you will?
I would say that. I mean, there's like a certain path I want to like, I don't know where I want to go with this. You know, like not the episode, like the podcast in general, but I feel like there's change in the horizon.
Ooh.
Like Batman. But I don't know, man. I feel like there's a certain tide coming and you have to evolve, and I don't know where I'm standing on that. Like I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit doing this. But I just want to know the path I'm taking. But and then it's like hard to like. Right now is probably the worst time to be. I think is struggling. Like January and February. I think you have them deer porn stories, if in a sense, you know, all the success stories you can get to hold people and talk to. But like right now is like deer are starting to come on my mind a lot more right now. But like it's so hard to produce or anything that really gets people going right now, in my eyes. There's probably other people that can do it a lot easier and just say, shut the fuck up and produce a podcast. But when
do you think that changes throughout the year? Like in a calendar year, when do people transition to like
statistically, deer? Like, and this is, and I hate to use my numbers, but August, second week in August.
Okay.
Third week in August.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. Just, you know, people enjoying summer or something, you know, getting kids, you know, a lot of busy season for construction and all that. I don't know. I feel like, you know, some people are like, no, man, I'm deer 365. Like, I get that, but my numbers show way different. You know what I mean? Like, it shows, like, yes, we have the collective group of 10, 20% that are long time listeners that listen every time. But statistically, my numbers will go down from almost May to the end of July to August, and then they double, triple sometimes right now. And I don't know, and it'll be past episodes too. People are just starting to get catched up. I don't know if people just like to binge listen and all that, but that's what.
Do you listen to a lot of podcasts?
Right now, no. I don't know why. I just felt like this last year, or like going into the new year, I was trying to get away from some of them just to keep this creativeness in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, but I think it's actually made things worse for me.
I was just going to say that.
It's almost made me worse. So I need to start listening to podcasts more.
When you listen to podcasts, what are you doing?
Usually driving, sometimes just yard work and all that. I've been really getting into fitness in a sense.
So the reason I'm asking you that is I'd love to know why podcast statistics decline from, like you said, from May to, let's just call it the July 4th weekend. Let's just use that window. Okay, let's say statistically speaking, hunting podcast numbers decline from mid-May to the 4th of July weekend. I don't disagree with you. I have very low numbers anyway, so it's hard for me to understand what a big podcast's numbers look like and what their decline.
Well, I'm not a big podcast, so.
So, like you, when I listen to podcasts, I am driving, doing yard work, or working. I don't feel like those things go away for other people, because I would imagine most people listen in their car, listen while they're at work, listen while they're working out, or listen while they're doing yard work. When else are you going to listen to podcasts? While you're making dinner? Maybe. No. You're doing the dishes? Maybe. I think it's the same. So my question would be, what are people doing? Are they literally just not consuming content? And then why?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just need a break or something. You know, just some people just like 9 months. They're like, this is not relevant to me, because people are all about, you know, relatability. So like, if it's something not on the horizon, like turkey season dies off, and I just think a lot. And it's kind of weird, like this time is all the time for regulations and all that to come out, and there's like no one. Like the NRC meetings and the DMI groups are just a fucking mess right now, and no one. Like I was talking to my buddy Adam, and I was like, we're at TAC. I was like, it's fucking crazy. Can I swear?
You better.
Okay.
If you don't, I'm going to add some in.
Okay. Just your voice. Fuck.
Yeah.
That like TAC, and I'm not dogging on TAC or nothing, but like so many people can come to this event. Like this, like we're all hunters. We're all, you know, coming to a common interest. Like boom, there's 5,000, 3,000 people or whatever. But when we have these big old, you know, regulation changes and all this, and I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to the meetings and all that. So I mean, I'm just asking why we all can't come together on these things and like show a power. Like this is what we want. If truly, because remember in January and all that, or seasons end, everybody's like $1, and we're all just screaming about it, and then they don't say nothing until the next year after season over if they didn't fill their tag or something. I don't know if that's why they're screaming, but it's just like, where the hell are you? So I don't know. These people just, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like people are just not in the mood, basically. Like need it
for deer.
For deer.
There's a theme that I've noticed among all of the hunting podcasts that I listen to. And similar to what we're doing today, and there's nothing wrong with what we're doing today, there's a lot of BS sessions.
Yeah.
Because people enjoy feeling like they're listening to people have a conversation.
Right.
Listening to a couple of buddies hang out, listening to some friends hang out and talk. People like that, and I don't know what the psychological reason for that is, but people like it. And so right now, when you are saying that maybe people are tuning out to deer, there's a lot of just BS. And it might be, like creating a product that sucks venom out of your leg. It could be farming. Like like I listened to the fall, Aaron talked to his buddy about farming. And to me, that's interesting, but it's also, it's the same people who you like listening to just talk about something different.
And I like that, the creative side of like where like Aaron does that stuff. And, because it's just like cool information and it's kind of relatable in a sense, but it's something that you don't, it's not the top 10 rut tactics or this is what you got to do on this rut funnel. And and that's what I think, like, just like, I don't know. There's so many topics. Like we're not a big buck killing podcast. I think we were really did good on just kind of capitulating everything. But I think I got to find not a niche. There's not going to be a niche, but I just need to find my lane in a sense. And I don't know. It's just like, but it is intimidating, because like, don't get me wrong. Aaron's a great friend. DJ Riley or David Riley, David Riley is a really good friend. They have great podcasts and all that, but them guys just, one of their episodes can only be relatable to like maybe 10 of mine, you know what I mean? Because they just are such a high caliber. It's just like, I don't know if that, I'm not trying to whine or nothing, but I'm just saying like them guys are just animals. Like I can't compete with that.
Right.
And I'd never wanted to compete with that, but it's just like when I see that stuff, I'm like, damn, dude, they're just killing it. And that makes me not want to. Why would I cover that topic when them guys just talked about it and just fucking nailed it? Like I can't talk.
That is tough.
Yeah. So there's just like stuff like that.
A lot of the regurgitation of the same content from the same people. And again, I've said this like 3 or 4 episodes in a row. It's the same few people over and over and over and over and over on podcasts, and I love listening to them. But sometimes it's nice to hear from somebody who isn't the typical person on a show. But like you said, you maybe need to find your lane, but you're feeling creatively constipated.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
That's a great T-shirt, dude.
Creatively constipated.
Yeah.
Should I write that one down?
Yeah, write that one down.
So, what is Joe doing? What do you think is the biggest reason that you're creatively constipated? I have some assumptions, but what are you thinking?
I don't know if it's not. I don't want to say overwhelmed, but there's like a certain sense of like. When there's so much, and from a scheduling and all this stuff, and let me answer you one of your questions before that, like or not really a question, but you were saying that there's so many people on the podcast, and there's this person that is doing a lot of podcasts, this person doing a lot of podcasts. You know why? Because our scheduling is, and you know how scheduling is, these people actually, when they commit to this time, actually come on that time, or they don't give you the fucking runaround. And they actually come, and they actually,
I'm going to need you to stop saying come, though. Oh. Like, you can swear, but
don't say that.
So much cum. There's just already been so much cum.
I'm just saying, like, it's to a point where you know how it is, like, I'm a busy guy, we're both busy guys, like, we're just, like, I don't have 13 episodes in the bank. I don't even have 2 episodes in the bank. I don't even have 1 episode in the bank. So if I schedule somebody for Tuesday, that dude calls off. Okay, I try to find somebody for Thursday to put it out on Friday, and that usually never happens, like, because no one has a 2 days notice. And so it's just like that's the hard part, and that just drives me nuts, but it's just like really frustrating on myself, like. Joe, you failed. You didn't get somebody out there. You let an episode go by, or you let a week without an episode go by. That just mentally eats me.
Me too.
Just eats me up, dude. And it just feel like utter disappointment. And then when people reach out to me and ask me about, like, hey, what's going on? When's the next episode? It's like, like I just feel like such
nuts.
And then I don't know. And then just like I said, there's a lot of people that just give you the runaround. Like, oh yeah, dude, for sure, dude. I'm like, when are you free? Next week. And then all of a sudden, next week, I go hit you up and like, hey, this happened to change. And I understand life happens, dude. There's so much time. But then the same person like 3, 4, 5 times. Nah, dude, like blacklist. Like I almost blacklist them. Like, nope, dude, I'm not even gonna wait. You're not even wasting my time anymore. Like I'm sick of like I'm not even gonna put you on the hard schedule. Like it's like one of them things. Like, hey, I have an opening tomorrow or something Tuesday. You can come over. You come over. If you can't, you can't. I'm not relying on them people, and that's why I think a lot of the same people come on there because they're reliable.
That's true,
and they're good information and they're reliable.
Yep.
And then you know how if we didn't know each other, in a sense, like. I don't know. Do you think we would have ever met if you started Angel Road without? Do you think we ever would have met? Because
without you being a superintendent at one of my jobs, would we have ever physically met in person?
Like just generations of hunt.
Yes, and I would say that because you and I will go to events that are put on locally.
Okay,
and we will be faces of a brand in public.
Okay.
To networks for networking and just kind of mingling with like-minded individuals. I think you and I are both like that. And so for that reason, I would say if you were never a superintendent at one of my job sites, then yes, I think at some point we would have met.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And because I'm just saying like just reaching out to somebody, like I see somebody on Instagram or whatever, you know, you're trying to get them people that you haven't heard from. I'm just reaching out to one dude and like, he goes, man, this guy got some great pictures or videos and all this. And reach out to him. And then it's just like, he doesn't know how to like carry a conversation.
I've heard people talk about that too.
It's just like,
that's tough.
That's like, you're taking a gamble because like I always try now I'm decent and do some pre-screening stuff like, hey, how you doing this fall? Like if you can give me more than two word answers and stuff, that does help. But like there's a certain sense like you really don't know what you're getting with if I never met you and never heard you on a podcast, like and then I've had people reach out to me like, hey, let me on. I'm like, oh, scary.
Yep. There's the longer you podcast, the better you get at holding a conversation and keeping a conversation going regardless of what's on the other end of your conversation. Yeah. So it almost becomes you, and sometimes you dig a hole because you are actually listening to the person and hearing what they're saying, but you're also thinking like 3 questions ahead.
Yeah.
And so you find yourself like almost meandering. And then, but you got to pay attention. So it is tricky. I've been in that situation. I've talked to somebody else who has been in that situation where maybe the person that they had on and they were looking forward to talking to didn't really give the juice like they thought they were going to. But, you know, it is what it is. But I think that's part of the whole having a podcast in the bank because that way then when you miss a week, you have one you can be like, you know what? I got this one. And I don't have to stress about it. I know it's a podcast. It's not going to be like my best. It's not going to be the best conversation, but at least I have it and can put it out. And that's sort of, I feel that because I want to have in my basement, I have a whiteboard with goals on it. One of the goals for this show was to have enough podcasts a month out. And I don't. And I have not. I've never been a month out in podcasting. And it bums me out because I really wanted to. But it's hard. It's hard enough getting one person scheduled a week, let alone 2. Sometimes I've had 2 in a row.
Yeah,
where it works. But man, it's hard.
Yeah, it's difficult.
So my question to you was, why do you think you're creatively constipated? Like, what is taking up your time? And I think you said it. It's being a father of 2 children and a husband, and being fully employed, working a full-time job.
Yeah.
Having passions, not talking romantically speaking here. I don't want to know about all of that. But like you are passionate about archery, you're passionate about hunting, and you're passionate about the podcast and probably other things. And so how do you divide up your time?
Well, the biggest thing is like right now, with 2 kids, it's been really difficult with time, and I did sacrifice. Like this year, I just threw my archery season or 3D season out. I basically threw it out the window. I was like, I'm not gonna focus on this. I got other stuff I want to keep relative, and then be, with the wife and all that. I said I can deal with that. It's really hurt. That might be a problem too, because like I just threw one of the things like I've done for the last since like 2017. Like I've been done really competitive. I've been really into that, and I just stopped kind of cold turkey. And it's just been, I don't know, that could be like a big like, Joe, what are you doing? This is what you usually do, and then all of a sudden you get ready for hunting season, and it kind of just threw me in a loop and all that. So, but to making time with, I'm like, I just started a fitness journey, and I'm walking 2.2 miles, adding 22 ounces a day, and I kind of been involved with my wife. She's been helping me walk and all that to keep me on track and all that stuff. And I'm training for a 5K I want to do. And that was the biggest thing, is just getting them involved and showing them. And I've been showing my wife some stuff with the podcast and stuff. I'm like just trying to get her to know what it takes. And, there's a certain point where she's listening, but I don't think she's listening in a sense. But like to understand like the process and all that, to show her what to do. But the biggest thing of the time is going to be just, you got to pick your battles, man. Like, set aside certain times and just be like, hey, can I get 2 hours here? And then I'll do 2 hours of letting you go to the gym or something. Let her have her own time away from the kids and all that. So that's what the biggest thing is, just letting her have her own time. And I'm just trying to do daddy daycare right now. It's just really big, and just banking up a lot of good time to, this fall. I really want to capitalize on a lot of things. It's been kind of a crazy 3 seasons of just not what I wanted it, and that's all my fault. But what do you mean by that? Oh, just not getting buck crazy just about one certain target buck, and when I shouldn't be doing that stuff. But just like not, and then missing one deer on Thanksgiving still haunts me to this day. It just, God, that deer's, and I think he's still alive. So good. Hopefully I have a chance, but I kind of wish he kind of would have died. Oh, in a sense. You know what I mean? Because I just know.
You think you're going to get hung up on him again?
Dude, 100%, dude. Fucker. If he's not 175, 180, dude.
Damn.
I don't know what deer are then.
Unbelievable.
Dude, freaking massive, dude. Like I seen him, I seen this one deer. They had velvet. This was June 18th or something like that. I seen him. I didn't have binos on me because I was going to my nephew's open house, and I was just driving by it, and I just went out there, and I seen that body deer next to it, a yearling buck, and the yearling buck top of head was barely to the top of the back of this buck. Oh. Just big like body, a horse. Dude, just massive, dude. Just big body deer, dude. I'm like, dude, that's probably him, but I can't confirm. He's just a big dude.
Okay, so we've, and the reason that we're talking about creative constipation is that, Joe reached out to me and he's like, how do I stay creative? And right? Am I?
Yeah, 100%. You're like one of the most creative person I know. Like,
well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like you said, there's a regurgitation of stuff I see out there, and people can do a really good concept of that. But the originality of just like you and then hot butter and all that, like the stuff that like you can't. I don't know.
You can't fake it.
You can't fake that.
No.
And I don't know if it's a sick mind or something. And no offense.
Oh, it is.
But I'm just saying, like, there's, like, how do you, like, I want to be, what's the word for like being pioneer, like almost
An
like
innovator?
an innovator in certain topic, but not like too BS. Like, oh, dear.
Well,
only look at the moon on Tuesdays, like stuff like that.
deer only look at the moon on
It's
Tuesdays.
like, you know what I mean? I want to be like, I don't want to be like the philosopher of deer, but I'm just saying,
Fuck, it's Tuesday. I gotta get in the woods.
like, it's just like something like, I want to be like, I want to stay on the creative side of bubbles where people go,
Yeah.
that's,
I remember watching Joe do that.
well, it's like not so much me, like me talking to somebody about it, like
gotcha.
me, like, I can only, and you know how it is, like I can only ask so many. I'm 120 episodes, 130 episodes in there. Like, I can only ask so many people, like, what's your favorite day to hunt on? Like, before it just like eats me alive to ask that question again.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'll ask it again. I'll probably ask it 100 more times, but it's just like there's like something like there's better ways to do that. So.
Right. Well, so I made some notes.
Oh.
Because I had to think about it. I've thought about it in the past, but I wanted to think about it so that it was fresh for when you and I had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I take a lot of pride in being creative.
Right.
It's the whole reason that I do this.
And don't let me. And sorry to interrupt you, but
You're okay.
Do you think there's people that can't be creative?
No.
Do you think everybody can be creative?
Yeah, just in your own way.
Interesting.
Because it's all in your head. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
There are no bad ideas. They are they're just ideas.
Running a construction site, there is.
I'm talking about being creative.
Okay.
When you are trying to be creative, in my opinion, there are no bad ideas. And because of that, you got to write everything down.
Okay.
Right, and
you got to write it down though.
Yeah, you got to log it, because here's what happens to me.
Gets lost.
I'm fucking driving. I'm driving. It used to be 6.5 hours to Illinois, and I would have so many great ideas. I started to use my notes app in my phone, and I would do, because I'm driving, I would do talk to text, and I would just put it in there, and then before you know it,
it's just lost.
You just gotta it can be lost in my brain. Because I'll go to work and I will handle a plumber who plumbed something backwards, whatever. And then I go to the hotel and I eat ice cream Snickers in my underpants and I watch reruns of Cops or The Office. And then before you know it, my creative moment has passed. And then, did you just picture it?
That was the best picture I ever had. You on the episode and watching some poor son of a bitch get arrested in Florida
in my underpants, eating an ice cream Snickers. Because that's for real. Like I exaggerate a lot of things, but that was not an exaggeration. Okay. So your creative moment will pass, but if you can set a calendar, then you go back on your phone, you set a calendar reminder, and just every week on Wednesdays or whatever you need it to be at 9 p.m. after the kids go to bed, put in there, revisit my creative ideas. And then you go back into your notes and then you go, oh, fuck. I was driving to Illinois and I talked about Reuben's, the newest restaurant in Clarkston. A man named Reuben loves Reuben sandwiches and he opens a restaurant and that's all he serves. Reuben's.
Is that a real thing?
No.
God, that would be.
But I will tell you this. I was driving yesterday and I wrote down Reuben's. So Reuben's is going to be the next sponsor of Angel Road Outdoors Podcast. I'm going to fucking record that commercial in some dumbass voice.
Yeah.
Because you got to get it out. You got to, so I was just listening to something the other day and it was like, you cannot be creative without an output. Like you can consume and prepare and like do all this shit. But if you don't get it out, you'll find that you're constipated. So I would encourage you to try everything. Everything. Every idea you have. Because what's going to happen is you're going to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Right. Well, are you afraid of being like, I don't want to say this word. I hate this word. Almost like cringy in a sense. Like,
who am I trying to impress?
I get that. And I shouldn't worry about people like that.
Did you know that I don't have a tooth in the front of my mouth.
I know. And I look at that picture. I mean, yeah, I just think there's a certain sense of like, I don't want to be known as that guy or something.
But conversely, what if you're known as that guy?
I hate how you put it that way, but yeah, I guess that's true.
The guy who doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. He's putting out consistently good, funny, creative content. He seems happy. He is having a good time. He's doing what he loves. And so you piss off a couple of people periodically. Like, do you listen to the Working Class Bowhunter?
Yeah, I listen to them.
Do you listen to Meat Eater?
No.
Or no, the Deer Hunter podcast?
Oh, Kevin Visson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll listen to him.
He just had Matt Ranella on.
Yeah, that one was different.
And he just ripped Kurt for saying faggot. Just absolutely ripped him about how they said that. They say that word on there, and homophobia should be reserved. Like, the Working Class Bowhunter guys are who they are and are very successful.
Oh, 100%.
If not the most successful.
I think they are beating Meat Eater on a lot of stuff, too.
And so I would say, if you continue to be who you are at your core, that's the only thing that matters. Because you're like, you'll be so much happier if you're just getting it all out there and being funny. Because another thing I wrote down is, if you laugh about something, someone else is going to laugh about it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, again, you're not necessarily going to make everybody happy all the time.
You never can.
So don't even try.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough. It's going to be more tough getting in the habit of writing everything down.
Yeah, that could be one. I think I have some pretty good ideas and stuff, but I just never come to fruition.
Do you ever listen to my podcast?
I listen to it, sometimes.
Did you listen to the one where I talked about all the weird shit I had written in my phone? So I read through some of my weird ass fucking notes, and we'll do it again. So, like, for example, I wrote down an Asian breakfast restaurant called Rice and Shine.
That's hilarious.
Okay. What is that going to do for me?
Nothing.
And then I also wrote underneath it a sushi car wash.
What is that?
Where you drop your car off. You know how they have like the drive-through car washes now?
Yeah.
You drop your car off, you go inside, you get some sushi, you get back in your car. Why? I don't have any idea. I wrote down, so I like to do wordplay. Wordplay is considerably the lowest form of comedy. But I love it. I love puns. Maybe puns are. I love wordplay. So I like to, I'll just read them to you. Throbbin Williams instead of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Throbbin Williams. Like, I guess it could be a porn star.
That's a good name.
Scat Damon.
I get it.
Phalix Jones. Sheeta Ice. Her name is Sheeta, and her last name is Ice. Sheeta Ice. Cherry Springer. Christopher Throbbin. Thrustifer Rubbins. Thrustifer Throbbin. Do you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is? He's a scientist. He's a black scientist.
Oh, yeah.
So I wrote Fielda Grass Tyson. Fielda Grass. Why do I write this shit down?
Yeah.
So I feel like you got to. What did I write? Rinder. I talked about Rinder, a gay melon farmer's dating website. So no idea is a bad idea. Like, that could work.
It could.
You know what I mean?
Apps are expensive.
Yeah. So anyway, I just feel like I'm just lost. Every person who's ever listened to this podcast.
No, you're good.
Just get it out, man. Just write it all down.
And that's what this is all about, is this where, like, this is probably not going to be hunting related topics. It's just discussing the pot. And I want to be transparent with the people I know. Like, I want them to know I'm struggling. I am mentally think I'm not doing good at it, and it just snowballs and effects, and stuff doesn't go my way, and it eats me, and I'm just trying to see where I want to go, and I don't know, just me doing everything, editing and all this other shit that just like piles up on me. I'm just like, fuck, dude. And I don't know. I mean, I don't want to, I'm not going to stop. I don't want to stop. But it's just like, I just don't know where I want to be with the creativeness and all this. And it doesn't have to be some wild, crazy stuff, but I would like something to be different. And I feel like you have to be there. I feel like there's such a, like we were talking earlier about, there's such a tide of podcasts right now, and great podcast, you know, even new ones coming out, just great information coming from these ones. And like, and it's not a threat to me, but it, like, if you don't look at it as you have to evolve to stay relevant, then I think you're just going to get lost with time and all that. So that's what I'm just want to see. Like, do I want to bring more people on the pod? Like, do I want to bring more people on to GTH to be part of the team? Do I not? Like that's a big circle. Like we're talking, you know, I have some trust issues with that. Like, this is my baby, and then have him come be part of this process. It's like you almost have to like know a person. And but the shitty thing is about half of all my friends, either like Adam, you, and all these other guys, like they all have their own podcasts, and
right.
it's hard to, like, the people that you think are like, hey, these guys would be perfect, and they're like, oh shit, he already has a podcast. So it's a.
Have you ever thought? So I have two ideas here. Are you suggesting that maybe you want that maybe a rebrand would help you feel more inspired? Do you feel like, not like changing the name, but changing the color scheme, changing the logo, adding intro music, like a very specific intro music and outro music?
See, and I had that intro music at the beginning and stuff, and I just scrapped it because I don't know if I just didn't like it, or just like, I don't know, that added some more. And that's me maybe being lazy, because it took a lot of more time in post, and that's what I was trying to eliminate, taking more time and some stuff, and that's why I just maybe cut that. And I don't know, a rebrand or something like that. I mean,
refresh, maybe not a rebrand, just a refresh, like a brand refresh. Would it put you in a better mind space?
I don't know, man. Maybe that's what I have to do. Like, I don't want to do like a sub series, and I don't have nothing wrong with sub series and all that, but I don't even have enough time for my main series to let alone have a sub series. So I mean, maybe, I don't know, like, could a sub series be like something that I need to look into? You know, maybe that's something.
Would that be too much of an additional burden?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or that too. It's just like,
are you talking about how like Aaron would do like One Giant Mistake, like that kind of sub series? That's
a lot. He does. That's like a whole nother thing. That's a sub series. But no, I mean, some people have like Dojo have their
10-minute Tuesdays.
10-minute Tuesdays.
Okay,
like,
I gotcha.
Like stuff like that.
I gotcha.
I mean, or the One Giant Mistake, that's a sub series. Like something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to have like, I don't know, Scout something. I don't want something like that. I don't think that would really help me at all. But I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it's just like, hey, I put all my creativeness in something that's not attached to the podcast in a sense. You know, like you get your regular episode, and then I do my funky wild thing on my side quest, or whatever you want to call that, side project. But I never looked at it like that. I'm just thinking about live right now. So, because I always say, I don't want a sub series, but maybe I do. I don't know.
Well, like, again, there's no bad ideas.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
Maybe you try a couple.
Maybe.
Pre-record, like take 30 minutes. I'm just using 10 minutes as an example. Like take 30 minutes and record 3.
Well.
And then try 3, and if you don't either A, like the way they sound, or B, get your good feedback on them, scrap it.
Yeah.
You tried it.
Yeah, that's true.
Move on.
But hey,
OnlyFans. Have you tried Have you thought about OnlyFans?
No, I have not. OnlyFans.
My wife suddenly starts joking with me about
Certainly.
like just doing random things around the house with no shirt on.
And she started doing that?
She started joking with me about me doing one. Like the other day, I had to cut in some vents on the soffit, like a couple days ago. She's like, you should just record yourself doing that with no shirt on and then start an OnlyFans. I'm like, you fucking start an OnlyFans. Sell pictures. You said you were going to sell pictures of your feet. Man. We always joke about paying everything off and not having any bills.
All it takes is look at that one girl, and I know everybody doesn't want to hear about the was it a Huck Tui girl or whatever.
We'll talk about Huck Tui, sure.
Yeah, like look at that girl. Like she probably had 15 seconds of fame, but like that girl, if she would have been smart, I know she had a job as a teacher and all that. Maybe she has some self-respect and all that. But maybe self-respect to go out there when there's that many zeros behind the OnlyFans. Right. I would have fucking just dropped that thing the next day, dude. Yeah. And just been like, pfft. You don't even have to go full nude. People would have been buying that just to see, oh man, this is bullshit.
They could have she could have been Hawk Tuaing on a fucking banana or a cucumbber, and everyone would have paid for that.
Yeah. Like that stuff, like that kind of irks me though. That just like, that person just got a payday and I don't like it. Yeah. But I get it. I respect it. I respect the hustle and all that stuff. So, but no, I don't think I'm going to get an OnlyFans. I don't know. I was thinking about like a Patreon maybe in a sense, maybe doing something there. But then again, I'm part of some other Patreons and they just do such a good job. I'm just like, damn, I really just don't want to. And if somebody gave me money, $5 or something, $10, I think it would be tough for me to give them $5 to $10 worth of content.
I was going to tell you that if you start a Patreon that people are paying money for, you're going to feel more obligation to do something.
So that's maybe something I don't want to do. Yeah. So
are you thinking about this from more of a business perspective or just a content creation perspective?
Well, what do you mean? Like I'm like a money? Like I want to make more money? No. Because this has never been about money, and it's never been about money, and it's not about downloads or clicks or nothing. Like I'm happy.
You don't feel inspired by it right now?
No, and I don't know. And let's put this on the table. Maybe I feel there's a little bit more pressure because last year we didn't have anybody on our team, and this year I'm very blessed and very fortunate to have Latitude, VPA, and Huntworth Camo. Mm-hmm. Now, do I feel there's some weight on my shoulder to get good content and put out good products? In a sense, 100%. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I'm sure.
I'm probably is. It's me kind of panicking, going, these guys trusted us to deliver on some, episodes or get people out there and let them know about the product. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Kind of thinking about this out loud, going, holy shit, man, this is pressure just fucking cracking down on you. And that's why it fucking sucks. I just don't know what to do. And that's why I reached out to you. Yeah. I was like, my Uncle Brett, he's always never steered me wrong, and he always gave me a free bike when I came over. Yeah. I don't know if people get that for joke, but
that's okay. So I'm telling you, man, my opinion is that you got to write everything down, try new stuff. Yep. As crazy as it may seem, quick, short, fast, easily digestible stuff. Try it all, see what works. Be silly, but be genuine. Have fun, because that comes through when you're having fun. That guy though. Yeah.
Do you see me being that guy though? Like I can't see myself being that guy.
Is it because you have never been that guy?
I don't know. I just don't know if I like being the center of attention like that, or in that. But am I in the center of attention?
Yeah. Oh, you're the host of the podcast.
I don't know. I get it. I've been saying I don't know a lot. I don't know why.
You're creatively constipated.
Yeah, dude.
And that's okay.
I'm not sounding like, dude, be honest with me. Am I sounding whiny?
You sound sad. No, you don't sound whiny. You sound sad about the situation, your current state of the podcast. You sound not you're not desperate, but you sound like you really want to figure something out because you're hungry. You want to do more. You want to grow. You want to be inspiring to the next generation. You want to put out good content for people who believe in you. You want to do it because you're passionate about it, but you're stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the only way to get out of it is to just keep going and just trying new shit.
Just blasting through it.
Blasting right through it.
Well, and it's like in my side, I feel like I know, like, it's like when you like believe in something, like this could never fail, and then it's failing. It's just like,
but is it failing?
It's not.
Or is it just stale? And I don't mean that. I'm just asking. I'm trying to use a different word.
No, you're good. You're fine.
Stale just being like.
You honestly can't hurt my feelings right now.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, I get where your heart is.
Yeah. I just trying to.
If you want to be blunt, you can be blunt with me and just tell me to stop being that way.
No. I was just trying to use a word other than failing because I doubt that it's failing. I think it's probably stagnant. Like everything gets stagnant when you don't try something new and you don't innovate and you're not, like you said, evolving or growing or bringing new stuff to the table. And people tune out.
And I was talking to you earlier about this. Like, I really want to pursue like these other avenues, but I just don't think I can do it behind myself, and that pisses me off because I don't have I don't want to say manpower, but or resources. It's like I don't have that.
The bandwidth.
Yeah, basically, I just don't have that, and it makes me mad because that creative avenue I want to go down so bad, and like I want to like I don't want to compare myself to Grit because I can never be. That is a great series, but I love that stuff, and I feel like I crave it, and I know there's people that do a great job doing it solo, but I just don't see my aspect or the way I want it doing it solo. And even if and you know how it is, like even if I film my whole series, get a buck on camera and all that, get everything I want it, that's just one episode. I would want so much more, of just other stuff. Like I don't think I could produce that much. Or
you can sub that stuff out.
What do you mean?
Like have someone put it together for you.
No, I'm not saying produce it. I'm just saying like would have enough content for somebody else, have somebody else with the camera and doing all that stuff and like having awesome. And maybe I should just step my goals back and I should be take my own words of wisdom, like maybe some more realistic goals, like do one of myself and then maybe go show people and be like, hey, if you want to be involved, let me know.
Do you like setting goals?
I do. I think that's like one of my biggest, I think, attribute for myself is setting goals and just being realistic with them. And
have you heard of SMART goals?
No, I never heard of SMART goals.
All right, I'll share it with you. Oh fuck, I'm not going to remember what the acronym stands for, but SMART stands for something like specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and within a time frame or something like that. So all your goals have to meet all those criteria.
Yeah, I see it.
And so what it does is it helps you. So let's just say you said, okay, Joe wants to put out a video series. That's fucking huge, man.
Yeah, it is. That's
so that maybe, although it's specific, maybe it's not attainable. And so, like you just said, maybe you realign it to a single video of Joe. And then once you achieve that, you can say, okay, well, this is the resources that I spent personally and physically and monetarily on this, time-wise. This is how much it took. Could I realistically do 2 in 2025? Could I then maybe start hunting out of state and do 4 in 2026? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear
incrementally grow that instead of being like you did last year. I want to do 1 episode a year, a month for the entire year, or 1 episode a week for the entire year. I did that this year and failed, and it burnt me. Like, it really bothered me that I missed one fucking week. And so maybe my goal should have been, since you're just starting this new podcast by yourself, you've never had to schedule guests before on a routine basis, maybe you do 2 a month instead of 4 a month.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't like setting goals. I absolutely fucking hate it more than anything, probably because I hate failing. Yeah. And so I really put myself out there and made a bunch of goals this year because I want to be better about it. But you also can't set them too small, because then if you're just constant, you're not really working very hard either.
Just nailing your goals. And
remind me to get you that it's a specific worksheet on like how to do them.
Yeah.
And it's just helpful. But like, maybe that's it. Maybe you. I don't know.
I wish people could see my the fear in my eyes, just knowing that, like, I don't know, I just want to change or have the podcast change in a sense.
Are you hardcore?
I'm the hardest of the course.
Oh shit. So I'm pretty hardcore myself. I don't know if you know that about me. I will fucking drop everything and completely change everything at the drop of a hat.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how hardcore.
Are you that hardcore?
I don't know about that hardcore.
If I don't like something, fucking it's done. And I will pivot and I'll do it a different way. Because if you mull it over for too long and the whole year's passed and you've done nothing.
Yeah.
And so there's the old saying, shit or get off the pot. You ever heard that?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Do you need someone to like aggressively talk to you?
No, I don't think so.
I have a service for $5.99. I'll call you once a week, and I will belittle you. Just
unknown number too.
No, it'll be me. You'll have it in there, and it'll just be like, "Fuck, it's Wednesday. Brett's gonna call me on my way to work."
Yeah,
and you'll answer, and I'm like, "What's up, pussy?" Yeah. And then I'll be like, "Did you do anything this week? You little baby? You've been crying all week about everything."
That's what I'm doing right now.
Boo hoo hoo. Take your tampon out.
Yeah, I know.
Pull that string
and get going. It's probably what I have to do.
Shit or get off the pot.
I know.
That'll be the name of the episode.
Yeah.
Shit or get off the pot. I just want to say it one more time.
Yeah.
Well, where do you see it? Like, let's do it right now. Let's do a SMART goal right now. What's the first thing that you're going to do? What's the first thing that you can do to help you feel better about everything related to Generations to Hunt?
First thing that
I know, if it were me, I know the first thing I would do.
What's the first thing you would do?
So when someone wants to feel really good about themselves, they go to the store and they get a new outfit, right? Like you're going to go out to a country western bar. You're going to do some line dancing this weekend. You're going to go get a new pair of boots.
Bedazzled pants, too.
The first thing I would do is either do a brand refresh. Okay. Same name, different colors, maybe a new logo. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing I would do.
Okay.
I feel like that would inspire you.
Yeah. I could do that.
It would inspire me. What's the first thing that Joe will do, could do at Generations to Hunt?
If I just I don't know, it just hurts me to
get rid of it?
To get rid of the original logo. I would have to really just think about what I would want, but...
So you've lived here your whole life, right?
I've always lived in Michigan.
Do you remember the radio station 96.3 and 99.5 when you were a kid?
The Fox? Or is it...
I don't think it was the Fox back then.
Or the Brew. No, I don't think so.
So 96.3 and 99.5 FM were both hip-hop channels. They were both hip-hop stations. And at one point in time, 99.5 suddenly began playing Garth Brooks's Friends in Low Places on a loop, nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you remember that at all? Because they were going to become a country station. And for like a month, I swear it was like a month, they played Garth Brooks's just out of nowhere. There was no announcement. It was just 99.5 went from being like modern hip hop to I Got Friends in Low Places on a loop for a month. And it was just their creative way of saying, we're changing. And so they played that.
Jeez.
And then they became a fucking country station. And they've been a country station till this day.
Well, they must be doing real good at it.
So maybe you need to play Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places once every week until you can get a few podcasts in the bank.
Yeah.
And so when people download your episode, you could even come up with a name like something's going to be there. And when they hit play, it's just Friends in Low Places.
Oh, so you're saying if I don't put out an episode, it's just...
No, don't put out an episode until you have some in the bank. And in the meantime, every week, I want you to put out Friends in Low Places as the podcast.
I don't know if I could do that. Probably get copyrighted.
Oh, what's going to happen?
Oh, yeah. Sue me.
We're pretty low.
Yeah.
We're pretty low on the scrotum poll here. Yeah. Like, I don't think anybody cares what we're playing.
I don't know, man. That AI, man. They were stripping people because of C word going around. COVID.
What's the C word?
COVID.
Oh.
When they were doing all that, stripping all that stuff.
That's over, isn't it?
I know, it was, but I'm just saying they had
What's the next thing, right?
They had to have an AI program because there's no one just going, oh, they said COVID.
Oh, for sure.
There was an AI program that was just going through our transcripts and all that, and just like, because I remember other people, like bigger podcasts, were like saying, don't say it right now because like their stuff was just getting bogged. And so, I don't know. Yeah, man, I am good at change, and I don't want to be that guy just like, you know, the guy that I'm fucking quitting. I'm quitting right fucking now, and then comes in, clocks in the next day, and go, hey, what happened? Just like, oh, well, you know, I just kind of thought things over. Like, I really want to, and it's not probably going to be that much of a change to my listeners, I think. And like you said, it might be just like maybe I just come out with my own, change the logo for, you know, and change the stuff, the appearance for stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't have to be permanent, but it can be for a while or whatever, or just, I don't know, man. There's so much.
Baby steps. Either baby steps or dive right in.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do it.
Yeah.
Nothing sensible. It's either baby steps or all way.
In. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
When do you think you're going to start making some changes?
It's going to be fucking now, dude.
Hell yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's real exciting.
Hopefully hopefully the changes that you make inspire you and make you feel better about everything, and then you can
and I shouldn't listen to listeners at all.
Unless they're people you trust.
I do trust a lot of my listeners, but I think I'm going to piss off some people.
Can't make everybody happy all the time.
But what happens when you make friends with some of these people and then you piss them off?
If they're really your friends, they're not going to be pissed off.
I believe that, but I feel like there's a sense of people just have their ways and they will not change it because of pettiness or something. But like you said, if they're truly my friends, they're going to stay around.
If you start a pro Joe Biden podcast, we're going to have a problem.
No. I'm all right on that one. Yeah, I don't.
Kamala for president. That's not going to be the name of the new show.
Get it hot.
Joe's not. Joe refuses to comment on that one.
Yeah, I try not to get political.
You staying out of politics?
I stay out of politics a lot because I know. I've just seen that fuck up way too much shit. It's
all right. I'll say it.
I like my guns. And I like paying $2 a gallon for gas.
You like being able to afford groceries?
Yeah, that's the fucking huge thing. And I don't like not like fighting for baby formula. That was not fucking cool. And that changed me as a sense. I don't know, man. I think I've told you, like when I was going through that with my first baby, I don't care if it was an 80-year-old woman walking down that fucking aisle and she has the only baby food for my kid. I'm probably drop kicking her. That's the thing is like for my kid, I'm gonna make sure my kid. It was a scary time, man.
Hell yeah,
that was nuts, man. First time child, fucking the world ending and all that. I don't know. People probably be like, well, what a fucking dick, but I don't know. What if it was your kid?
Exactly. What if it was your
kid? I went to 8 Targets and there was no baby formula on the shelf. Literally none. And go on the 9th one, and there's an old lady walking with my brand or a thing of formula. I bet you there's a lot of people that would think, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if it was a 400-pound guy walking around with a sensei outfit on. I would still try to fuck him up. I'm like, dude.
In a Target?
In a Target.
What's he doing in Target wearing that?
Doesn't matter.
That's what I want to know.
I just still fuck them up. That's the thing you just do for your kids, though. You're just like, dude, I'm going to make sure my kid eats tonight. So,
yes, of course.
You know. Is there anything else you want to transition to the BS?
We can. Did we get too serious? Did we get too heavy?
No. We didn't get no. I don't know. I just don't want to have no stale air for you.
How you feeling about the 2024 season?
Good. I mean, like I said, I haven't put like no cameras out on this one property. Kind of just let it dry up. I don't know if that's the best word, but like just pulled all my cameras. I was like, I'm resetting from what I have and doing some out of state hunt, Indiana. I was gonna try doing Ohio, but I haven't really approached that too much. I have my buddy. I think you actually had him on, William.
Oh yeah,
yeah, William.
Oh Billy.
Yeah.
Fucker knows everywhere I go all the time. Weirds me out, man. In a good way. I like him. But
that's a guy. He showed me some shit in Indiana. I was like, holy shit, man. This guy, he knows what the fuck's up.
So, you know, I had him on here because I took a picture of a cedar tree at a place here in Michigan, and he's like, I know exactly where you're at. And then he told me, and he was right.
Yeah.
So I took another picture in Ohio, standing in a river, and he goes, I know exactly where you are. And he was fucking right.
Yeah.
That dude knows. He knows, man.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, when people post pictures on, like, Facebook groups and all that, just know, like, average Joe like me, maybe Brett, be like, oh, that's a fucking tree. But there's people like William out there that go, you just told me right where I fucking know.
100%.
You just told me where that deer is at.
Yep.
So just be cautious of that when you're sharing your photos next time. Like, there is people like William out there and that can utilize that information.
Yeah,
and,
fuck yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's some, not calling him like that, but that's some Rain Man shit.
That is some Rain Man shit for real.
Dude, that is just like, whoa, holy shit.
That was a good call because I was trying to think of a way to like use that as an analogy, but Rain Man was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was pretty accurate.
Dude, he was showing me stuff like the stuff that you just don't think of, or just like no one shows you, and then you're just like out there, holy shit, dude.
So you were gonna do some public with Billy?
Yeah, he took me down to Indiana last year. He got my feet dipped in the out of state stuff, and I really want to try to go back out to Indiana, maybe out there, and then Ohio too, and just try to get stuff done out there. And like I said, I don't want to be locked on this stupid freaking deer that I have at my one place. So that, and then I did get some block permits for another farmer, not at my property, another farmer that he really has his property hunted hard, but they don't harvest enough. And it was weird to me for this farmer to ask this. Like, he was talking about him, and he's like, yeah, we have a bunch of people, and, you know, we only get like 3 or 4 deer a year, and like, and it's a lot. A lot of people are, you know, like 6, 7 trucks that sometimes that is a lot. I'm like, what? So he asked me if I want to be, and he asked other people first about doing the block permits, and none of them were interested.
Weird.
So
What's a block permit do?
So basically, I can like, I get a block permit. He's giving me sometime this week. I'm gonna meet up with him, and I can go shoot some does.
Oh, really?
Next week.
Oh, like right away?
Yeah, I can shoot them. I think there's a certain time. I think you can shoot them up almost till opening week or something like that. Shit. Or I think you might be able to use them in the season too.
And it's for like crop damage stuff.
Crop damage stuff, deprivation tags, basically.
Huh. I'll be damned.
So I'm gonna do some of that. Well, hopefully, and if everything goes good, and see how well. The problem with that is there's no processor open in this time. There might be some, or and it's so hot you can't let them hang overnight.
Fuck no.
So it's gonna be one of the things. You shoot them, you're gonna be quartering them up and all that, and either get them in a freezer or a cooler or something right away, and try to cool them down, or it might be just me donating the meat to the Hunters for Hungry or whatever and stuff. And I don't have a problem with that. And,
Yeah.
definitely want to make sure I have meat and all that. But if it's a thing, if I shoot, I don't know. He said he could give me up to 5 to 10 block permits. If I shoot 5 one night, there's no way I'm skinning up 5 deer in one night.
Heck no.
I would purposely like stop, put down the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just be like, nah.
So you can use a gun when you're doing it? Anything?
Yeah, you can use anything.
Huh.
I love there's some products out there that are coming to the market, and I don't think anybody's taken them yet. For some of the companies I'm affiliated with. So I love to get some stuff on the ground with them.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down now.
You see what I'm saying? So it'd be a good thing to.
Oh fuck! Get some early footage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's exciting that you're gonna do some out of state stuff.
What about you? I mean,
same. I'm gonna do Ohio, Illinois, and I'm also gonna go to Nebraska this year.
Oh, so early season Nebraska or late season
for the opener, September 1.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
You fucking need some sunscreen, dude.
It's gonna be toasty. I was talking with Matt over at the Mobile Hunters Dojo, and he loves going to Nebraska, and they go out there for the opener every year. So I'm gonna tag along with those guys going over there. So I'm probably gonna get there like the day before opener, so either Friday night or Saturday. Scout, and then hunt for a few days, and then that way it gets the season started a little earlier. And then I've still got that public land spot in Illinois, which is pretty sweet. I'm getting bucks on camera there. I haven't been able to really get on any bucks in Ohio. Like I've been spending a lot of time on some of the properties that are like in the northern half of the state, because that's just kind of where I'm at.
They're all public though.
All public. I was looking at a piece out there to potentially lease, and I just walked it yesterday, and it didn't give me the warm and fuzzies for the cost. Yeah, you could
What
get
was the cost?
$3,000
for 100 acres. You said?
80. It's high, and it's not all huntable, which is really, it's good in a sense because there's a lot of bedding, but the neighbors are right up on the fucking property lines on a lot of spots. It's like, man, this place is getting hunted like a motherfucker. But anyway, I just didn't love it. So I just haven't been able to find a lot of bucks in Ohio. A lot of people sign. I also haven't been very south. Like I haven't been into any of the big state land down there, any of the national forests or anything. So, I don't know.
If you go east, it's really hilly.
Yeah, that's where I was
Fucking
yesterday.
Hilly. And then I think west, more western, you're getting like Kentucky vibe, right? And then
I haven't been there. I haven't been in that part of it yet. So I don't know. We'll see. Looking forward to it though.
Yeah, that's.
I'm ready.
I don't know. I do want to do some scouting and all that, but I do like that unknown factor. I like that gun to your head, like last year, like when we went to Indiana, and that's probably not the best thing to do. Like that's why I probably didn't capitalize or anything. But I do like that gun to your head, like you have 7 days, get it done. You know what I mean? That was kind of cool. Just like you, motherfucker, you just spent a lot of money and time and effort. You better get something to show on the plate or something. So
I was pretty worn out yesterday. Like I told you, I got up really early. I drove way out there, scouted all day, scouted some more, changed my outfit fucking 3 times because I was just absolutely drenched with sweat. Like saw some snakes. You and I discussed how that is our least favorite thing in the world. I might be done scouting. Like I'll continue to e-scout. I might be done like exploring. Like I'm fucking miserable out there. I can't even, like, I can't hit it hard. Like, shit's too tall, thick, getting torn up. Like, boo-hoo, right? Boo-hoo, poor me. But
I know.
I've scouted my ass out this year, and I think I'm probably good. Like, I'll figure it out at this point.
Yeah.
Or I won't.
What do you say to the people that haven't scouted yet?
If you feel like you need to, then go do it. But I've been going hard since the fucking snow melted.
Yeah.
Every chance I can, I've been trying to hit properties here. Like, all the properties around here, I've been scouting the shit out of them.
There's some spots I hit last year, late season, and there's some I kind of want to just go back to, and definitely going to hit this area up a little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever, south of here.
Yep. You don't have to say.
I know, I'm just throwing.
Billy will know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Billy will be like.
He'll be like, I saw that wink. That wink means south of Clarkson is this, that, and the other thing. The coordinates X plus Y, latitude, longitude.
Yeah.
Here we are. Bingo, bango, bongo. There's Joe.
Just tell me where to go. Well, just tell me where to. Just put me on a pin. And
well, tell me about your fitness. What's going on with this 5K, and why the fuck are you going to do a 5K?
Well, it's for one of my best friends. He died in Afghanistan. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a memorial 5K.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Nothing serious. So
I thought you had like some ulterior motive, but that's really great.
Nah, I've always done it. I've done it since they started. I think last year was the first year I didn't do it. Just had the brand new job, and it was just like, and it's one of the things. It's a bullshit excuse. I know I didn't do it. So and the first year I didn't do it. And I really, dude, I just getting overweight and went to tack, and I was kind of embarrassed. And,
really?
Yeah, just out of shape and just huffing and puffing. And then, when I'm doing content and stuff, I can just see myself. And
trail cameras, man, they get me every time. I'm like, son of a bitch, I thought I lost a couple pounds, but apparently I didn't.
That's what I'm just really. So I'm just say I'm training for that, but it's not like it means anything, but like
you're training for life.
Yeah. And I did something kind of simple, 2.2 miles.
Yeah.
And the whole meaning behind that is a service member, 22 service member commit suicide every day. So I was like, well, let's kind of keep this in the honor of military, because he died in the service. And I was like, 2.2 miles, I can do around 30, 40 minutes. Even with the kids, I can do it for 40 minutes. So it's not a real big time consumer. Yes, 5 miles would be, or the full 30, but I got to be conscious of my time. So that, and then adding 22 ounces, I just thought would be a little bit of flavor on there, because I'm going to do the 5K with the ruck on my back.
Nice.
So it'll be a total of 75 pounds.
Damn.
On my back. So.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So, no days off. It's kind of like you're 75 and hard, but I think that's a little bit too extreme for me, I guess.
It's pretty extreme.
I don't drink, so that's perfect. Like that one, I imagine a lot of people are having a tough time. But it's just for me, like I'm just really disgusted with myself and all that. Just like I'm not dogging on my dad or nothing, but my dad was never like active with us and like fit and all that, and like I mean he tried, I mean but I kind of want to be, my kids running around, I want to just keep up with them at least. So that's why I'm just kind of crushing this goal or this whatever, this challenge or whatever the F you want to call it. I'm just doing this because if I feel like I can't quit now, because like this is like I want to put in my head, and it's probably not the right reason, that I'm honoring my buddy Shane that died and all this, like by doing stuff like this, or like he'd be proud. And now it's just like you can't fucking back out, dude. Like this is like you gotta at least finish through, motherfucker. So
I think that's great. And like I said, you're not just training for that. You're setting good habits for your whole life. And having kids and wanting to be mobile and active and be able to keep up with them is fucking huge, man. And it's just going to get more. The older they get, the more shit they're going to want to do. So if you can get those good habits in today, setting you up for long term, man. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the better you feel about yourself, the better you're going to feel about your podcast.
Yeah. And that might be something. Just
I think it is.
Just knowing that, I don't know. I've always struggled with like fatigue. I think there's a lot of things that just was crutching me. Just like, I don't want to go do that because I'm going to be a struggle. And then I don't want to do this. I carried a doe out. I shot this doe like December, I think it was before Christmas.
This year or this past year?
This past year, I shot one, my recurve. I had to put her on my back because I don't care what anybody said. There's no way you're getting a cart back there. It was all chisel plowed. And
I listened to that podcast.
Yeah. There's no way. So like that was like the biggest dude. That was like, and now I look back, I'm just like, you weak bitch. Like and that stuff like that. Like I'm just like, dude, there's gonna be a lot more. And I think I'm a decent. I have friends and all that, but there's gonna be like scenarios, and I'm pretty sure when we talked and all that, when you had to drag your deer out, like help's not coming, bitch.
No, I was by myself.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to help me.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a point where like if I do get lucky in Indiana, if no one's there, fucking I ain't gonna go ask the Amish. Hey, like it's one of them things like. You gotta do it yourself, boy.
And that's part of it, man. That's part of what I love is that doing it all, when you do it all yourself. Hey, listen, don't get me wrong either, because both ways. I think it's great to do that with a group of friends. It is equally as fun and enjoyable. But when you do something all alone, you find your own spot. You go in on your own. You set up. You shoot an animal. And you get it out there by yourself, that's fucking rewarding.
Yeah.
In a completely different way than when you're with a group of people. And knowing that you're setting yourself up to be successful to do something like that is awesome. It's huge. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's exciting, man. I look forward to and you're going to the Mobile Hunter Expo.
Yeah, I am going to the Mobile Hunter Expo. Should be going Friday,
July 26th.
That's my birthday.
What?
Yeah.
I have to get you some goddamn cupcakes.
Yeah. Yep. I'll be 41.
41.
Nah, that's a
Thought
lie.
you were 36.
No, 33. Turning 33.
You're turning 33?
Yep.
Sorry, I just said 36 because that makes you sound older.
Yeah, that's all right. It's probably all this fat on me that makes me look
It's the
old.
beard. The beard makes you look older.
Yeah, it's all the white patches, all right?
Have you ever been smooth face?
What do you mean?
Like shave it all off and like straight razor it off?
No. I haven't straight razed since I was like 24. And that actual straight raise, like,
Yeah.
I never used I think I used disposable here and there, but a natural straight raise. I've always straight raised myself.
Damn.
Yeah. My grandpa used to shave with an axe, like a hatchet axe.
That's back when men were real men.
Yeah, he said there was no shavers back in the Pacific, boy. Quote unquote.
Boy.
I was like, there's nothing more manly than watching a 60-year-old man shave his beard with a hatchet.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's a Marine right there. So, but no, I don't go smooth faced. If I do, I just run the clippers like no guard, but it gives you that stubble basically.
I don't recommend that to anybody who's feeling less than stellar about your own personal body. Every time I do it, I'm like, you look fucking terrible, Brett. Why did you do that?
I feel like my ears get so much bigger. You know what I mean? Just like, and I'm a hatfish. You know what a hatfish is?
No.
You never heard of a hatfish?
Oh, you look. So you wear a hat to disguise yourself?
Almost like you look better with a hat on. I think.
I like. This is not no homo. I like it with a hat off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, but I just feel like I look better with the hat. But maybe that's just my self consciousness.
Take your hat off.
Right here.
I'll take your shirt off.
No.
Just kidding.
Okay.
No, it looks totally great. It looks great. You have nice hair.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I just got too much hair.
There's a lot, which
Yeah.
is good because there's a lot of guys your age that
That-
did not have any hair.
Oh yeah, they're going to Turkey to get the hair implants.
Is that a thing? Turkey's known for
Yeah.
their hair implants?
Dead serious, dude. I think it's cheaper too, like that. Kind of like Mexico and the dentistry.
I thought that was Argentina.
Really?
Yeah, I know some people that went to Argentina for some implants.
Oh, maybe it's implants, but it used to be. What's it called?
Guess where I'm not going for dental work? Mexico.
Mexico. It's right there. It's. I'm trying to think of what it's called. There's literally a town in Mexico called like Dental City or something. I'm dead serious.
Los Angeles. Oh, I gotta write that one down. See that? See,
That's
listen,
a great one.
listen. No, they're all good ideas. Okay, I could have chose that, keep that to myself because it was a bad dad joke. But I'll tell you right now, ain't nobody else coming up with Los Angeles. It's just dead air, Joe.
Yeah,
it's just dead air, though. Nobody cares. It's just dead air.
Yeah. Dental capital of the world. Los. I don't even know how to say that one.
Los Algodones. Huh. Molar City.
Molar City, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, that's the place where people go to get their. I know this is outdoors podcast, but we're talking about.
Not
dental.
today, it's not.
Yeah, so.
Today is a personal development podcast.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Just go from there. But the Mobile Hunter Expo, I'm excited.
Me too. My first time ever.
I think other people should be excited for it, especially if people like our certain stuff. I think that's going to be a great time for a lot of
our certain stuff, like your certain stuff, certain brands, certain stuff.
brands.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to go. I'm excited to see people that I talk to online a lot
Yeah, that's
and
good.
shake hands and kiss babies and walk around. And
Wait, you don't think you said that right?
is it shake babies and kiss hands?
That's how you say it.
Oh, my mistake. All these years.
You've been doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some great stuff coming out then.
Cool.
And like I said, I don't go there for the workshops, but there's some good stuff, I think, in the workshops and all that people talking. I think Dan Infalt's talking on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm not a workshop guy.
Nah.
I'm going there to more network and mingle.
Yeah, networking. Maybe spend some money I shouldn't spend, but
It's interesting. I thought really long and hard about that this year. There's nothing I need.
that's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. Like I looked at the new Lone Wolf arm, the razor arm that they came up with for like filming with a cell phone. And I'm like, that's cool. It's lighter. Don't need it.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's going to be people putting like was that a G10 or
something like that.
It's
Yeah.
like, just get put that or full size on there and it's just get a fuck.
This isn't working.
Yeah, this thing is so floppy. I got the pocket arm and
I love it.
It does decent for me. I think I should make it a 2-arm. But I don't know, dude. I think they come out with a 2-arm now.
They
dude.
have. Yeah.
I got it when it first came out.
Yep.
And I think they reworked it a little bit. A little bit problem with camming it, right? But I have a heavy ass camera on there. I got a 70 by 200 lens on there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a big camera.
Yeah.
So that's my fault. I do have a 4th ARO, but the weight to that is next.
I got rid of all mine. It was just too heavy.
Oh yeah,
too heavy, cumbersome. The big buckle, the big knuckle.
Yeah.
Mount for the wall, like this.
Yeah, I have.
For me,
I bought their Talon or whatever it's called, and I didn't even bring that out because it's just still just like a softball size of metal. You're just like, God. And yeah.
The only thing I may do this year is get arrows. Like I bought arrows from a company that no longer exists.
Really? What company is that?
So they were Vector, and then they became
Method. Yeah.
and now they no longer exist.
Oh, they didn't.
There was an internal dispute amongst the company, and they sold all of their stuff and their rights to another company who bought them out. And it's like, that's not for me no more.
Oh.
And so I loved that I could go to their website and plug in my bow and the weight and everything, and they would just send me arrows. And I loved them. They're great shooting arrows, but I only have 9. And 9's a lot of arrows. Like I should only need like 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So realistically, I should have 5 going into next season, or at the full pass through, maybe still 9. But
quiver on or quiver off?
quiver off, unless I'm ground stalking.
My man.
Quiver off. Yeah. Hell, dude, last year I was stabilizer off. I didn't even shoot with a front stabilizer, or as you can see, there's no wrist strap on there.
Yeah, I don't have a wrist.
I said that, and you were like, "Oh, dude, I haven't used one in a long time." I hated it.
I don't know why I ever had one.
I was getting a little wobbly this spring, so I put the stabilizer back on, and it helped.
I do hate the fucking Matthews integrated grip, dude. That thing sucks.
Really?
For me, I don't like it. I like that. There's Ultra View has just a it's just flat back. You just can't torque it as much.
Interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. But yeah, that's weird. I didn't even know the method stopped, but maybe I haven't paid attention to that.
One day I was like, I haven't seen anything from my ARO people in a really long time. I looked it up and it was like, we are temporarily closed due to an internal legal battle. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking juicy. And then they sent everybody an email, and then they kind of explained that some other company bought all their stuff because they're not going to be able to do it anymore, and they changed their name. And I'm like, fuck
Wasn't
this,
that
man.
owned by, who was that owned by?
I don't know.
I thought it wasn't Exodus, was it? No, I think they have their own Method Arrows. They were affiliated with somebody else.
Could have been.
I swear.
Yeah, so I don't need anything. So I'm just going to go hang out with everybody on Friday.
God, that might be so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing the show or whatever, the film festival again. I don't think they are.
Do they normally do one at the...
The last one they did one. The Latitude did a film festival, but I don't think this year they are doing that.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, so...
I also don't know everything. You would know more than me.
Why would I know?
You're affiliated.
Oh, I don't... Yeah,
You're
but...
on the inside.
Yeah.
You're an insider.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm pro Latitude, man. I've got the original Latitude Method Classic, and I have no reason to fucking change ever.
Dude. I think... Well, have you seen the pictures of the Lone Star and all that were going around, like the ad on?
I mean, but I've also seen, like, I think Jace Ostrowski, Michigan Great Outdoors. I think he uses one.
Oh, he has one?
I think he uses one of their, like, I think he uses a TX5 saddle when he hunts.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he does.
Okay, I was going to say, he has one?
No,
I was like, holy shit.
I think he uses one of their saddles.
The TX, yeah. The TX were great saddles and all that. And
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people that said they were awesome. And my buddy Brad, he raved about them and all that. He said that he was really good. And Matt's a really good dude that used to owns TX5. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think I want to go try the single. I want a single panel. I want to try one because I've really never like hunted with one hard. I've sat in a couple and I was like, I don't like this. But then again, I want to see the simplicity of it. So maybe the Lone Star might be in my agenda this year, but we'll see. I mean,
cool.
I'll stick with the method too. I mean, it's been 3 seasons. I think 3 seasons. I can't remember if it's. I don't want to. It's been a long time. I mean, that's got to be almost 3 seasons.
Probably. If I think about one, because I think it came out right after the year after I got mine.
It was like
22, 23, 24.
Yeah, so this is 3 years.
This will be the 3rd year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, it's been great for me then. Latitude sticks has been really awesome.
Yep.
I don't see what I'm have to change, and I do need to upgrade my ropes. I do have.
I did that last year.
I had 10 mil ropes. 8 mil ropes are definitely needed in my agenda. So that's like big ticket items. I can't believe how expensive them ropes are, but if you look at them and feel them, you go, okay,
it is your safety though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something you don't Amazon.
Yeah. No, definitely not. Apparently, if you have a ropeman, they can fucking fail too.
Oh,
you see there was a batch of ropemen, the senders that were failing?
They just fucking recalled and all that. And it's funny that everybody's freaking out over that, but there's a product out there by a certain company that just constantly fails, and no one. If you say that, people will badmouth you on the mobile sites like you don't know what you're talking about. I've used it for 2-3 years and never. I'm like, dude, I had pictures. The dude literally almost lost his. I think he lost his nipple from that product because that fucking stick failed. I had another great buddy that would, and his just folded. Boop, metal standoff, just boop, spent, just folded in while he was in there.
I feel like you and I talked about the nipple thing before, because the nipple comment made me. I just had a deja vu. Like,
so it's probably I think we did talk about it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like stuff like that, and you don't hear because they're a big company. You don't hear about this stuff, and like I'm like,
Hawk Tua.
There you go.
Tua.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. You feel like we got enough stuff out today?
I mean, yeah. I mean, are you happy with it?
Of course.
Shit, it's 5:15.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm glad you're
so
happy.
Are we going to, how do you want to do this? Do you want to split it in half?
We can do it anyway. How long are we on the counter?
Hour and 40.
Oh. We can split it in half, or you want to just, I mean, we can, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Whatever you want, brother. Well, this is going to be a collaborative effort from Joe and I. Yeah. I'm going to save this file and give it to him, and he can take it home, and we can listen to it and figure out a good spot to split it. And, just kind of go from there. But there will be one part available at the Generations to Hunt podcast, and there will be another part available here at Angel Road. And I keep saying here just because we're sitting in my office. But there'll be 2 parts to this one. And I hope everybody enjoyed this. Tell everybody where they can follow along Uncle Joe.
Anywhere's, I think any platform, just Generations to Hunt. Most active on Instagram, but that's probably our number one. A little bit of Facebook if you want to do that. TikTok, I'll upload stuff, but like if you like comment or message me, I'm really not that too involved in that. So YouTube, I don't even know if you can message people on YouTube, can you?
You can leave a comment.
Yeah, okay. Then I don't know. But YouTube, if you want to go there.
Go subscribe. Joe's got a target. How many subscribers do you need?
I said 1,000, but that's such an unrealistic goal.
Let's set a smart goal of, what'd you say, 500?
500, yeah. 500.
And how many more do you need?
I need 300 more.
Holy shit. That's fine. You can do it.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So
if you don't already subscribe to Generations to Hunt podcast on YouTube, go do that. What else?
I think that's it, brother.
And for me, it's Angel Road Outdoors on Instagram. I mean, I don't have Twitter and I don't have TikTok. There is a Facebook group, but I'm not very active. Huh?
There's no Twitter.
There's no Twitter. It's X now. Yeah. So Angel has 2 L's. That helps you find us. I've been man-whoring out for some reviews. We don't have enough ratings and reviews on our podcast. And they can be bad reviews. I don't care. Just give me something. Let me know you're listening.
Be careful on that, dude. I had a couple that broke my heart, dude. Just like
broke your heart?
Yeah, just like great. One was like, love the podcast, but they said the area I hunt at 1 star. I was like, what the fuck?
That's ridiculous.
I was like, love what we say, but I said where you hunt at, and you know we were talking shit about the area too. So I don't know if that maybe made it funny, but. Yeah, dude, definitely give you a review.
Yeah, please do. And for everybody that stuck around, thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll talk to you again soon.